急に太くなっている場所ありますね。横に広がる場所、あの高さに切り株があると思ってください。でその切り株の外側を根っこが降りてきているので、あそこから太くなるんですね。1代目倒木、ね、1200年の倒木、2代目は屋久杉の切り株なんで推定樹齢1000年、上は350年生きてると言われている杉なんですね。上はまだ屋久杉じゃありません。なのでまだ一人前じゃないですね。で伐採が始まったのは大体380年ぐらい前、上が350年生きてるという2代目の切り株はそのちょっと前に切られた、伐採初期ぐらいに切られた切り株の2代目ですね。ちなみにね、これしてるんで親子でいますね。多分どっかに子供がいる。これ下の泣き。
Hop in the hood, baby, inside my way. I'll play the catcher, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Hop in the hood, baby, inside my way. I play the catcher, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Put you in the bed, we don't do much talking. Come to think about it, don't do much often. That's how we like it. Never time for arguing and fighting. And if we do, you know it's good to make up. Pay for all your manicures and makeup. Make sure that your baby's straight on pay cuts. Take care of my baby like a daycare. Hop in the hood, baby, inside my way. I'll play the catcher, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Hop in the hood, baby, inside my way. I play the catcher, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my way. Throw it like a cyclone. Said she wanna play around with the lights on. Said she wanna play around with my ice on. Love when she get to biting like a python. Hop in the hood, baby, inside my way. I play the catcher, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Hop in the hood, baby, and slide my way. I play the catcher, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Hop in the hood, baby, and slide my way. I play the catcher, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Hop in the hood, baby, and slide my way. I play the catcher, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave.
あ、でも振り方によりますね。一旦からこれぐらいは。内側の方が。
I haven't seen you in a long time. Almost been a year since you broke my heart and tore me apart. Oh, yeah. I've been working on myself, trying to move on. Looking up at someone else, trying to forget and get you out of my head. No, I deleted all your messages, 'cause it only reminds me of the past. But you're still drunk texting me when you're lonely. I don't know why you keep calling me on my phone. Thought I was clear, I'm not your friend, I'm not the only. You think I'm the same, but you don't even know me. So I don't know why you keep calling me. What makes you think I would go back? Why would I wanna try again? You're not listening, no. You keep saying you changed, but we both know people don't change. It's time to let me go. Why won't you leave me alone? I deleted all your messages, 'cause it only reminds me of the past. But you're still drunk texting me when you're lonely. I don't know why you keep calling me on my phone. Thought I was clear, I'm not your friend, I'm not the only. You think I'm the same, but you don't even know me. So I don't know why you keep calling me. I deleted all your messages, 'cause it only reminds me of the past. But you're still drunk texting me when you're lonely. I don't know why you keep calling me on my phone. Thought I was clear, I'm not your friend, I'm not the only. You think I'm the same, but you don't even know me. So I don't know why you keep calling me.
作業でね、立てたりするからね。